So welcome everyone at this Refugee Led Conversation. My name is Machina. I work in the communications team in the Global Refugee Network, so it's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Also, it's a pleasure to be here with this really inspirational audience. Her name is Kesiya, and she's a young refugee woman currently living in Tongogara refugee camp, and she's a leader and she's supporting her community with empowerment, with leadership skills, and also she is doing a really great job in terms of leadership. So, Kesiya, nice to meet you. It's a really pleasure to have you here, and also to hear your story and what you are doing in your community. So, I have a couple of questions for you. Can you tell us a little bit of yourself? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to be here. Yes, I'm Kesiya Ramazani. I'm very happy that I'm here today to actually speak on different matters, and I'm a life coach and a professional, and I'm also doing a life coaching, and I'm also a certified trainer in personal development, and I enjoy singing. I'm also a gospel artist, and I'm ready to be here and speak to everyone.
Right, thank you so much. Also, it's a pleasure to have you here. And great. So, can you tell us a little bit more of what is your working base in the community? Like, how do you work in your community?
Growing up, I've come to realize that I'm very passionate in supporting fellow youth in my community. And when I was a child, I used to always feel that I want to support others. And I was very happy that when we got the opportunity to travel to Uganda for a 10-month in social entrepreneurship training, me with my colleague, Kesiya, we came up with the idea of a project or an organization called Transformation Innovation Hub. So I really enjoy talking to people and helping or supporting them in solving their challenges. And that's how I got to get in connection and become a life coach and being a professional trainer in personal development as well. Yes.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to hear. So I just want to learn a little bit more about your project, your entrepreneurship project. So can you tell me a little bit more, can you tell us a little bit more of how did you start this idea and why did you decide just to start with this idea?
It started as a long journey because when we went for the social entrepreneurship journey in Uganda, Sinampidi Social Innovation Academy, there we were trained, we went through several training and were able to unleash our potentials, we were able to discover our life purpose. And due to the challenges that we had back in the Tongogara refugee camp in our community, where young people they are based in resettlement, we resettle, and so as a result, they end up being discouraged, especially people who are from different countries, they are refugees, and they feel like there is nothing else we can do here. And so their mindset is they do not have hope for the future. Some are involved in drug abuse, some are involved in child marriages. So with all this back in our community, we felt there was a need of having a program or an academy that would actually support these people to build their confidence, to make them realize that they will be able to unleash their potentials, to build their future, yes, and do much more with that. So that's how we came with Transformation Innovation Hub. We had to go through several surveys. We had to work with youth on the ground since we were still in Uganda, and we took several surveys, and then we came to realize that what we have is actually what has been happening. And since we have been there for quite a long time, since 2008, we have been the victims of what has been happening there. So we realized through this we'll be able to support the young people. So actually, in short, Transformation Innovation Hub is a self-organized space that contributes to a world where refugees, local disadvantaged and marginalized youth are self-sustainable and economic actors contributing to the local economies. We came to realize unemployment was also some of the biggest things that caused tragedy, or I can say confusion in the community because you do not have what to do. Not everyone will be able to pay school fees, so they ended up just loitering in the community. And it's also the same thing that's happening to the local community. People do not really have a lot of employment. So we thought that we can also include the local community to benefit in the system as well.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to hear a little bit of the background, the story of this really great project, because we already saw really some stuff that you're already doing. And it's really great just the change of just promoting the community, and also how you're impacting on different people, how these people just are like growing and growing with your help. So thank you so much for answering me that question. So I just want to make to know what have been the three biggest challenges, and what have been like the three biggest achievements that you have in all your journey doing this project.
All right, so as Transformation Innovation Hub, we have made quite a number of achievements, and some of them that I can mention is, since establishment, Transformation Innovation Hub has successfully launched 7 enterprises and helped 125 youth from the community of Tongogari Refugee Camp to develop an entrepreneurial mindset, with 75 females and 50 males benefiting from the program. So as a result of the efforts, 7 new businesses have been established, creating 45 volunteers receiving monthly allowances, including 15 positions for TIH staff members and 30 positions within social enterprises. So we have also been able to obtain land from the local government. And we've also made partnership with SINA, Social Innovation Academy, and has supported us with $40,000 for construction and running costs since June 2020. We have also managed to turn waste and challenges into opportunities. An example, we have repurposed plastic waste and used plastic bottles to construct houses, and we have constructed our training center out of plastic bottles to reduce waste and air pollution, the spread of diseases, and thereby reducing the greenhouse gas emissions that contributes to global warming. One of the other achievements that I am very happy to speak about is our registration processes, which is still in the process, and soon to receive the registration certificates. Yes, being in collaboration with Social Innovation Academy, we have been trained on different professionals, which includes the youth certified as professional trainers, or can say facilitators in personal development. 10 youth have been certified as professional training life coaches for personal development, and 10 youth were certified as professional trainers for mentoring business development. We have made quite a number of collaborations with different local organizations, which includes the Social Innovation Academy that I have mentioned, Third Line Zimbabwe, Assorted Energy, Old Vision, and Terrorism. Yes, so I think that's all I can say from here. And then on challenges, one of the biggest challenges that we have encountered recently is that most of our scholars that come on board, since they're from different, we live in a multi-cultured society, and so there are different kinds of scholars that we have. Those who speak Swahili, those who speak French, those who speak Burundian, and they're also from Uganda and some from Sudan. So due to that, some of them are not really so much related to English, and language barrier has been a problem, since we always offer our sessions in English. So that has been one of the barriers. Also, we have also managed to get 2 people who are well trained in fundraising, but then passing on the skill has been so hard. So we also laid that our fundraising skills, which is something that we also look forward. If there is any way we can get support. true to the ever-growing community in Transformation Innovation Hub as a result of projects being unleashed and the youth joining the program after every 3 months. We're also getting in shortage of the resources and finances used so that we are able to impact more youth in the community. Yes, I think that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think that's really nice. It's really great to know a little bit more of your work. And it's very impressive that you have been like working a lot and also achieving a lot of this, because it's a really great progress. And also the impact, because you can just match the impact that you're just taking a lot of youth and supporting them to grow. It's something very impressive. I really admire that part of with your work. And also just want to check how long have you been like working on this project?
In June 2020, that's when we started our organization. That's when we launched into Buka Refugee Camp.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. So I think I have another question about your project, and also it's like a personal question. And it is like, what recommendations would you give to another youth refugees who wants to start a community project or a business?
Thank you so much for that question. For me, I think it goes beyond being passionate. First, being passionate, realizing where your passion is, realizing what you love doing, and then looking at the community and seeing what is that one or two things that you can change as a youth, and being able to commit and being able to also find ways and means on how you can make it a reality. And also one of the best things that I have come to learn or realize is having the best team is something very, very great to have, because you can have an idea, but then you do not have a great team. So having a great team is the best. And we also use holacracy, which is a different structure of an organization where all people are trained to become leaders. And so rather than having a hierarchy, we actually have roles and responsibilities, and everyone feels that the ownership of the organization takes responsibility. So rather than having a manager who rules people, we actually have a mentor who supports us in growing these skills to be able to manage the organization. So basically, that's the recommendation I can give.
A really great recommendation and also really inspirational. So I have another question for you. It's like, if you can describe with one word all the experience that you have been through and all this process, what word would be?
The word that's coming on my mind right now is reinvasion. Reinventing it has to do something with coming up with something that is reinventing can be the word. Or reinvasion, yes.
Yes, I understand, because it's like going out of your comfort zone. It's like finding new things and also like expanding a little bit of your borders. It's something really nice and something that we appreciate it, and it's where the growing of the person can start, and also supporting and just sharing this own knowledge. It's something really impressive and something that we really admire as GRYN. So yeah, now I have another question for you, and it's you can just expand in this question, just take your time. And what would you like that the audience take away from this conversation?
Okay, for me, in this conversation that we have had, as a takeaway, is that we humans with a purpose can go beyond reality, and the sky only can be a limit. Yes, you can be in a situation like being a refugee and think, or maybe being a marginalized youth, or certain things that are happening to you and you feel I am not able. But then the moments that you feel that I am able, you can go beyond.
Thank you so much for that. It's like really, really great. Something I will also want to take away from this conversation, because it's like learn a little bit more about you, learn a bit more about your journey, and learn a bit more about everything you're doing and impacting the community. So I think something that I can highlight from this conversation with you, it's like the way you're like going out of the comfort zone and also doing the connection, doing the networks just for impacting community and looking forward just to help others. It's something that also inspires you, like you're looking for help others, not just taking with that knowledge. It's something that really I'm going to inspire in all the people are going to see you and see what you are doing. So much everyone that just to join us on this conversation, to see all these inspirational stories. Just going to invite you to check on the study and check on her social media and also check on our social media just to have an update on all this project and see more about this incredible work that she's doing in the community. Thank you so much for taking a look at this conversation.